Suddy, Pen and Pad Magazine, chilling out with King Crooked, Slaughterhouse, Shady Records. We're gonna do a quick interview real quick. I'm gonna ask him a couple things, get his opinion, see where it goes. So one of the first things I wanna ask you is, what do you think about, honestly, with all this shit going on, with like designers and people like that going out and doing hit records, going platinum off one song that you can't even fucking understand, and yet, people like yourself not having the records out that you should as far as success commercial-wise?
I just don't even trip, like, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to, a man gotta measure his own success, you know what I'm saying? So, what I might find to be successful might not be successful to the next man, you know what I'm saying? So, as far as like designer having a hit record, I'm always for people chasing their dreams, getting money in this music culture, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never gonna be anti that. I remember there was some Bone Thug joints out that went super platinum where I had to listen close to Busy. I knew he was getting busy, but I was like, let me listen to this shit, what he talking about. So you're not gonna always understand everything that a rapper is saying. We gotta remember that the voice is an instrument too, so a lot of times people who are not super duper into lyrics, they just hear a melody on top of a beat that they like.
Right.
That they hear the voice as an instrument instead of like, what is he saying? Let me listen to him. So, that's a different thing. But as far as it goes with me, I don't got no regrets in my career. I had plenty of chances to drop big records. You know what I'm saying? I had plenty of chances to, when major labels wanted me to make certain types of music. If I would have just did what they said, then they would have pulled out the budget they were, was talking about, and things would have probably be different right now. But then I wouldn't be making the kind of music I like to make. So you know what I mean? It's just, I'm chilling, man. I've been in the game a long time, and been around the world. I mean, I'm chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping, you know what I mean? It's all good to me.
One thing I've noticed, though, especially with Horseshoe Gang, a lot of guys who are independent that, these guys like Designer and all these other guys, they get that major success, but, people like, a Slaughterhouse or, people like yourselves get to go out there and, you guys still make that show money. You can still get 3-4 million views online. So even though, like, I mentioned that before with the commercial, like with the sales, but it seems to me that, in 5 years, I want to go see a King Crooked. I don't know if I want to go see a Designer. And a lot of these newer artists are coming out, and being able to do that. Like they may not have platinum records on their albums or on their singles, but they'll get booked for 50, 60 shows, and Designer's done like 5.
Yeah. You don't like Designer, huh?
No. No, I don't. No. And so, but what I'm asking is like, do you feel like the independent hustle, like, has it always been like that, or do you think that it's more, strengthened because you see a lot of guys being able to go out there, whether they're legends or they new, and go out there and make those millions?
It's always been a grind, man. You're gonna have to put your hard hat on and tie your boots up no matter what. It's gonna be a grind. It ain't gonna be easy. And like I said, you got a person that might have 20 hit singles, and they're high on charts and touring and all that. And then you might have somebody like Tech Nine who don't have 20 hit singles, but he's on the Forbes list.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it all depends on what you're after personally as an artist, what you're trying to achieve. Are you trying to get Grammys? Then you might have to play a certain game. Are you trying to, be just a touring act? Then you could just say fuck the radio and just build your fan base on the road. You know what I'm saying? What do you want? That's what I always ask people, because I consult people's project. And I ask them, what do you want? And then we try to cater to what exactly they're trying to achieve. If they want radio hits, we know how to go in. We got all the same connections that everybody else got. We know all the DJs, we know the program directors, we know all that. So if that's something that you're trying to chase, all right, boom, then we'll handle it this way. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that it's tough right now for artists to really be themselves, because everybody's following a trend.
Yeah, they are.
And a lot of the executives, they're forcing it. know, they're not giving you that budget you need to really be on a huge platform unless you follow the trend. And I fault the execs for that. They shouldn't be doing that, man. But you know, it is what it is. I mean,
so where do you think that
big boy pants? So let's get it.
Where do you think that transition then? Because you had, you know, a lot of artists that were like huge commercially, like, and were straight lyricists, you know, like Pop and people like that. You know, and some of them still are, but now it's like, you know, the like Jay-Z and Beyonce, and anything outside of that, like you gotta like to where it dumped down and it was cool. People are buying it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I got my theories. You know what I'm saying? I think that like I said, back to the execs, man. They, if I'm the one with the check, and I go to a talent show and I see 10 rappers, and I pick out the most ignorant, dumbed down one that I could find, and put my budget behind him, and there were like 9 other dudes who studied their craft late at night to the wee hours, trying to make sure that their music was tight, trying to make sure their rhymes was tight. I just overlooked them, and I just went with this guy. Obviously, I got a motive. I must think that I could probably control this dude, keep him high, fucking with bitches,
right?
And he not gonna ever want to know what's good with his real publishing money, what's going on with his mechanical royalties. I'ma just 10 years later, he gonna wake up and be suing me for millions of dollars, but it's gonna be too late. You know what I'm saying? So that's what these execs are doing, man. And some people just want the fame. I got homies who they don't want. They like, man, Crook, if I was you, I would have just did all the songs that they asked me to do. Right. I would have did whatever hot producer at the time. I would have just jumped on them beats because they want the fame. See what I mean?
Right.
They want the fame. But I'm not in it for just the fame. I'm not in it for that. Exactly. I'm in it for so many different reasons that shit don't even,
you know, which goes back to
even faze me.
Which goes back to what I was saying, is like you can have that hit single, but I feel like there's more money in longevity.
Longevity is it, man. I mean, you know, I've been in the game a while, bro. And I've seen people come and go. They go from Benzes when they got the hit single back on the train when it's over with. I've seen that with my own eyes. I'm not throwing nobody under the bus, but I've seen it a million times. I've seen people with plaques hanging on their wall in their condo over the water, and go down to sleeping on another man's couch, you know, when the ride's over. Longevity is just, you might not go all the way up crazy, but you're like, you're just going straight and steady. You know what I'm saying? And always hustling and grinding. And what can I do, man? I done rapped in front of 80,000 people. I done rocked places in Paris and London and Germany and Japan and Korea and Canada. And, you know, I can't turn around and say I'm not successful. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. You know what I mean? I done kick moms off, and I drive around in fucking German cars, convertibles, and, you know, swimming pools and jacuzzis in my backyard. I can't say that I'm not successful. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't go the route that some other people take, and I'm fine with that, man. Shit. I like it like that too, because look, we get to stand out here and just chop it up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some of these dudes, they can't even stand out here no more, you know, because they're either too famous or they so phony that people won't let them.
And my major last question for you is this: like, what made you be able to go from Deathrow to Shady? And still, like, when you mention a crooked eye or keep crooked, you're still respected and held up on that level of like, yo, that's the dude I want to get. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was dope. Like, you're able to, like, you've gone from one powerhouse to another. Right. You know, and I don't see a lot of artists be able to do that.
That's just being yourself. See what I'm saying? When you get in any situation, never forget who you are and always be yourself. When I was on Deathrow Records, I was me. A lot of dudes changed around me. They try to be a certain way for sure. Right. Or they try to, you know, they say, I'm on Deathrow now, so I gotta put a bunch of red on, and now I gotta act like this, and I gotta do that. I'm from Long Beach, you know what I'm saying? I come in there, I'm still Crook, still from Long Beach, still from the east side, respectable, you know, doing my thing. Suge respected that. See what I mean? And when Suge came to me, it was like, yo, what you think about M? What you think about Dre and them? You know what I'm saying? I was myself. I wasn't like these yes men hanging around. Yeah. Oh, fuck them, man, all that shit. No, I was like, yo, Dre's the greatest producer of all time. M got bars like a motherfucker. And that was just it. See what I'm saying? I was always myself. So one day I was on a radio station and Ja Rule was having this beef with G Unit, and I was on a radio station promoting my shit. But we got down with Murder Inc. when I was on Deathrow. Murder Inc. and Deathrow was like this, you know what I mean? I still fuck with Irv Gotti to this day, and I still got love for Ja to this day. You know what I'm saying? I was on the radio and they're like, yo, Crook, so are you gonna jump in? I'm trying to push my Deathrow single. Are you gonna jump in this? And I said, look, I love Irv and Ja, you know what I'm saying? But with all due respect, that's not my beef. You know what I mean? I said, you know, him and me is a great rapper. And I was like, Dr. Dre is the greatest of all time when it comes to producing, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I said, but you know, I love Murder Inc. Them is my guys, but you know that they handling that. I just got up here. I don't have nothing to do with me, homie. You know what I'm saying? And little did I know, that night Dre and M were in the studio and they heard me on the radio when I said that. See, but when I said that, I had a Deathrow chain on. You know what I mean? And I could have used that opportunity to say, fuck them. Right. This is Deathrow and this is what we doing, and here's my new single, and let's get it popping. Right. I could have used that opportunity, but I didn't ever change who I am. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? That's not me. I'm not gonna jump into a rap beef over some shit that I don't know nothing about, that ain't none of my business. If they disrespect it, and that's different. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't disrespect, so it's like, man, that ain't nothing. Then I know they heard that shit. Dr. Dre called me when I got off Deathrow. I didn't even know how he got my number. I was in Fat Beats looking at motherfucking vinyls. I had the Chronic 2001 instrumental vinyl in my hand when he hit my phone. And I hadn't talked to Dr. Dre in years. And he was like, yo, it's Dre. I said, what's up, man? He's like, I just wanted to let you know that I heard you on the radio that one time. He said, we was in the studio, and I fuck with you for that. You know, you stood your ground. Now, that type of shit is the reason why I could go over there. Not to say that I wasn't fully riding on the front line for Deathrow, because I was. You know what I'm saying? I was with the road 100%.
Still with the road.
Me and Suge, we still cool. I can still talk to Suge right now. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people that left that label can't. You know what I'm saying? So we still cool, but it's just like, that was what it was. And I'm thankful that in hindsight that I was myself in that situation, or else I wouldn't have the opportunity to be on Shady.
About the whole straight out of Compton perception, sure. You know, because I watched, like, check this out. I watched the DJ Vlad interviews, and Miss Soleil and a couple other people are like, you know, the way he's portrayed, it wasn't always the way he was.
Right.
You know, there's a singer, I forget his name. I'd have to check it out. Danny Boy said, like, yo, the show was cool. Yeah. Like, from what Danny Boy said, that he made sure that people got checks, they got allowances and stuff like that. And then people like Miss Chalet and some other people in the back fucked that up. So do you feel like Suge got a bad rap because of the whole him and NWA and Dre thing, or do you feel like why do you feel like people want to throw him under that bus? Because
they got a bunch of issues that's deeper than rap music. Right. You know what I'm saying? And when you got issues that's deeper than rap with somebody, it's not gonna come out on a movie screen. It's not gonna come out on a song.
1 minute.
Two men just probably need to sit down and discuss that. Dre and Suge. You know what I'm saying? Suge was always cool with me. You know what I mean? For the most part, I had no complaints. I had a good deal on paper, and I made money. You know what I mean? I bought my first Benz fucking with Suge, so it's just it, man. I still got love for him, but I don't think they're gonna let him out ever. I think that's a wrap, man. I'm sad to say that might be it for Suge. He was one of the greatest moguls in hip hop. Shouts out to Pen and Pad Magazine. It's your boy out here with Sleddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Doing what we doing.
Yes, sir.
Shady Records now, though. We talked a lot of past shit. Shady Records, man.